Have you ever noticed how leadership advice sounds a lot like outdated software manuals? Pages and pages of instructions, and somehow none of them actually help you fix the problem. Today I want to show you why what Agile did for software, Eclectic Leadership is now doing it for leadership development. Let's be honest, leadership today feels messy. You're managing hybrid teams, cultural differences, people who prefer emails, people who fear emails, 3 time zones, and one person who's always on mute. Even in real life, well, it's no wonder that 70% of senior leaders say they need a fundamentally different leadership model to deal with today's complexity. Traditional models, brilliant historically, but they were not designed for the world we're living in today. You remember when software development used to be one giant, painful, hope it works plan? It was all based on waterfall, right? You plan for 6 months, then you build it for 6 more, and you pray that it doesn't crash on launch day. And that's when Agile arrived, and suddenly we realized that we had a lot of flexibility, we had iterations, we had responsiveness, we had an element of continuous learning, and the world changed because software finally matched reality. Now, here is what has shifted. Leadership is going through the exact same evolution. Old leadership models assumed that there would be stable markets, there would be predictable teams, the cultures will be shared, and there would be neat hierarchies, and there would be offices where everyone actually showed up. Today, not a chance. That's when the eclectic leadership makes an entry. The adaptive, interdisciplinary, culturally intelligent way to lead. And just like Agile, it's built for complexity, not simplicity. Eclectic leadership brings together insights from applied linguistics, how people actually understand, misunderstand, and create meaning. It relies on psychology, how people think, react, and behave in groups. Then it relies on political science, how power, influence, governance, and decision-making really work. And finally, it relies on pan-cultural and indigenous wisdom, faith-based sources of leadership principles and practices that have guided communities for thousands of years. So leadership today needs this richness. And why? Because 85% of workplace problems are actually people problems. They are not technical problems. And people bring with them culture, the values, the identity, the trauma, the ego, the brilliance, the creativity, and sometimes chaos. So eclectic leadership helps you navigate all of that. And these are the 3 North Stars: clarity, connection, and confluence. Clarity is finally seeing the full picture, not just the corporate version, having clarity about yourself, the skills, and the service that you can offer. Then it gives you the connection, understanding people across languages, cultures, worldviews, and differences. And finally, confluence, creating alignment and flow where influence just becomes effortless. This is leadership that feels human again, right? So let me put it very plainly to you. So leaders who can adapt, interpret culture, communicate across differences, and build a wider overall meaning, those leaders will thrive in the 2030s and beyond. Because here's the reality. Global teams are now standard. Employees expect purpose, not just a payslip. Gen Z wants authenticity. AI is changing roles overnight. Organizations are culturally diverse, politically complex, and socially visible. So leadership is no longer a technical skill. It is a human skill grounded in awareness, culture, and wisdom. This is why eclectic leadership is not just another framework. It is a movement, a necessary upgrade for a rapidly shifting world. So if you are a leader or becoming one and you've been feeling like the old models don't quite fit anymore, you're not alone. And if you want to lead with more clarity, more meaningful connections, and real confluence, you're in the right place. Join the Eclectic Leadership Movement. Learn the principles, follow the content, and join the conversation. Be part of the leadership evolution because the world doesn't need more traditional leaders. It needs eclectic leaders. Leaders who are built for complexity, for culture, and for the future. See you in the next video.